Hey Robert, welcome to your free Little Big Marketing San Diego local business website audit and bonus ranking competitor comparison. If you feel like you'd like to take a look at that as well, great. If not, don't worry about it. So who am I and why listen to me? I'm the co-owner of Little Big Marketing San Diego, co-owner with my wife, who is also my lead web developer and web designer. I've been in SEO for a little over 5 years, worked as a freelancer. I've built a substantial agency in Little Big Marketing. I offer white label services, meaning people come to me to fulfill their SEO or fulfill their local business marketing for others. And I also offer business consulting and am a local business marketing and sales coach. So I've done a little bit of everything, but I'm also an expert in certain fields. So what I'm going to be auditing / comparing today for you is I'm going to do an on-page website audit for you of your on-page SEO. I'm going to compare some of your online presence to your top 2 ranking competitors for a keyword. And just a really quick recap, if you know what these things are, feel free to skip this part. But what is SEO? On-page being the content used on your website, could be blogs, FAQs, all the words on your website, the keywords that are used, images, blogs, FAQs, like I mentioned, and there's lots more things, but that's kind of what I'm going to be taking a look at today. Off-page SEO, we've got your Google business profile, social medias, directory listings like Yelp, Home Advisor, Angie's List. These are all off-page SEO or online presence. And then there's many more as well. Okay, but essentially we're going to be comparing your online presence, which is those pieces there, to your top 2 competitors of a given keyword as well. All right, so just out of here, I'm going to have a look at your on-page SEO, the kind of the basics. Okay, so number 1 I look at is content. So Google likes to see at least 1,500 to 2,000 words on a home page, and that allows you to get in enough of these keywords into all of this content without having, the keyword used too many times. So as I look, I'm going to guess that you've got pretty close to that 1,500 word mark. Maybe not quite. If I thought it was closer, you can put it in a word counter, but I'm going to say there's not quite 1,500 words. The other thing is images, right? Images help Google, particularly when they're named correctly. Images help Google translate what your page is offering. So if I was to save this image, it's going to bring up number 1 San Diego electricians furnace. So it's great. It's saved as a keyword, right? That's another way we can get in those keywords. And if you didn't know, keyword is just any combination of words searched in Google looking for a product or service. And I can see that there's not too many images. Let's have a look. If I go to save as, green bulb. So it's not really a keyword. Okay, so there's obviously a bit of room here. You could add in some images with some better keyword use. Really letting Google know, hey, this is what I offer Google, or what I offer my people that come across my website. Okay, so the next thing I'd like to talk about is, obviously, if you have a blog, we're looking at word count here, and it looks like you've got a blog under your home page. This can really help you get content in, so it's good to see that, right? And then the other thing is, if you can squeeze in an FAQ. I didn't see one on the home page, but a frequently asked questions section is usually quite valuable. Can really help people that are asking those questions that you might answer in your blog. Not everyone wants to read an entire blog to have a quick question answered. Things like, do you offer warranty, even though it might say it somewhere else on your page? Sometimes people go straight to the FAQ section looking for that. So that's something that you could definitely look into implementing. And if I just took you across, what I like to usually see on a local landing page is your logo at the top. Hopefully you can see this well enough. You've got your primary keyword used as your H1. That's the main header on your site. This is quite a technical image, so I'm not going to go through everything, but contact form, I saw you had some images, teams, a little about us, your services, See how it's quite simple. FAQ, and then this is the footer down here as well. So if you were to compare your website to this, there's a few elements that might be missing. Also don't really see too many calls to action, meaning, hey, click here to call now, book a job. Here's one there, that's a pretty good one. I like to see a floating button or something, maybe oh yeah, you've got a text widget, that's good. Schedule online. There's a lot going on this page. Okay, I can see that you've got some interlinking done with here with keywords, which can create what's called keyword cannibalism in some cases. You're wanting to rank this page for San Diego electricians because that's what this whole page is about. And here you're telling a person that if they want to find out something about San Diego electricians, they should go here. So that's kind of what creates keyword cannibalism, where Google doesn't know which page to rank for that keyword. If you've got that a couple of times on this page, then I can understand why you might have some ranking problems if that's why you're looking for this website audit. Okay, so the next thing I kind of want to run through is I have more technical audit here, but I'm not going to go through it all. What I want to look at is just the basics. Page titles. Okay, so this is your home page, the page title. I can see over here that from all the pages that you have on your website, there are many that are too long in length for SEO, for people to be able to see the entire title. And it's not always a bad thing, but you generally want to be able to have your entire heading in the search results. So these need to all become green essentially. Okay, and then what I can see though is that we've got keyword use here in the title. That's good. But as I come through, I see another keyword there. Keyword. So definitely some keyword use there. Looks like for your location pages, most likely. Carlsbad. Yep, so that's pretty good. I would just be looking to get these reduced in length. Meta descriptions, so that is the description of each page. So again, if we look at the URL, look at the home page, your meta description being local United Plumbing, Heating, Air, Electric, San Diego's go-to plumbing, a true HVAC. Okay, so there's some good keyword use in that. Whoops, just made this too big. Okay, and then see most of these are green. Definitely some that are missing, but mostly green, so that's pretty good. But that can also mean it's not long enough. You want to, especially for blogs, you want to describe what question is the blog answering. So some of these may not even be long enough. But we're splitting hairs here. H1. Okay, so H1s, if I just go back to your website here, this is where I would definitely see, what does it say your H1 is? San Diego electricians, air conditioning, heating and plumbing. So just bear with me here while I find where your H1 is. Let's do this instead. Looks like a lot of your headers. So H1s and H2 are just headers, and they're basically different sizes. And H1 is prioritized by Google being more important than a H2 and then a H3, H4, all the way to 6. So we want to see keywords used in this because it's telling Google that these are important. Okay, looks like they're used well, but in terms of keywords, but I don't know where your H1 is, which is unusual. It must be way down here. So your H1's generally used in your hero image, which is this section up the top here. Because when someone searches for San Diego electrician and they land on this page, they go, did I land in the right place? Is this a San Diego electrician? And from looking at this, I go, maybe, but if it was to say San Diego electrician bang up front, that's what I typed in, that's what I clicked on, and now that's what I see. That's definitely the best way to have this. So I would be adding your H1 to your hero. It's also where Google expects to see it, because it's meant to be the most important element on a page is your H1, your header title. So that's something to note. Okay, back to the audit here. H2s, I mean, we have a similar effects. You don't need to worry too much about length here, and then images, we're looking at size predominantly, mostly green, meaning that they aren't too large, and your page, if images are too large, it affects your page load speed, which Google absolutely hates, a slow website. Alright, so they're all pretty green, definitely some that you could possibly improve, but it may not be hurting page speed too much. Okay, so that's pretty much all I wanted to look at for your on-page audit, essentially changing these H1s and H2s to be a little bit more clear, or just the H1 at least. I would be taking away some of these interlinking where they're causing Google to get confused onto which page it should be on for a San Diego electrician. Is it this one or that one? You've got all the trust symbols, you've got reviews, so I think, yeah, more images, definitely more images, and making sure that they're saved correctly as keywords, so that describing the image. Alright, so that's kind of the recap. So the next thing I wanted to do was take a look at what's helping rank your website or not versus what you're ranking competitors on Google for a specific keyword, what they're doing to be at the top, and how you could go about getting to that position, to those top spots in Google. So I typed in electrician San Diego, and I took these top guys here, one being electrician San Diego, and I ignore these directories like Yelp or Angie. Primo Electric. So these are the top guys. Now when I clicked on this top one at the top here, okay, now it's letting me see it. It looked like it was down for a little while earlier, which can hurt its rankings, but it's back up now. So I'm going to look at the on-page SEO. So this is a pretty basic website, I see. They've just crammed in a whole bunch of keywords. There's no real value to the content, meaning they're not answering questions. They've just put words down, and they are, I see they're referencing. So they've got some technical kind of SEO stuff going on here, which is helping them rank, and the fact that they have a great name for Google to say, hey, I know what you are. That's your business name. So I'm going to rank you for that keyword. So that's why they're at the top. But realistically, they won't last long with this kind of content at the top if someone does come along and get their SEO done correctly. Okay, so if we do have a look at if we have a look at Primo Electric now and compare those same sorts of things, they've got their reviews, they've got their contact form. This is an old website build platform. Google likes to see websites built on newer platforms, so this will be hurting its SEO in the long run. But for now, it's obviously, to be honest, there's just not many people doing good SEO for for electricians in San Diego. So I think if someone wanted to claim these top spots, they're up for the grabs. Up for grabs. You know, yeah. This is just all reviews. They've just created a whole bunch of pages for each little tiny service to make it seem really relevant to Google. Okay, so there's some things that you could implement there. You could, you may or have already, but if you wanted to add specific service pages for very, minor jobs, that can help sort of build out your presence. I know you've got a fairly large website already, but it's helping. It's going to help push all that relevance and those keywords into the pages you're trying to rank. In this case, for this person, they're trying to rank their homepage. But they definitely need more valuable content to stay there, more images, same types of things. So these top spots are definitely up for grabs, and that's commonly why we see Yelp and Angie at the top spots. Google favors local businesses over these directory listings, which not many people realize, but because the SEO on these websites is so poor, they're favoring Yelp because it's the one getting the clicks, not these guys. So if you were to come and put in this top spot what people are actually looking for and what they actually want to see when they land on the page, it's likely Google will put you in that top spot. You'll get the clicks, you'll get the leads coming through, and then Google knows that you should stay there. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so the next thing, we've sort of taken a look at your your on-page SEO versus those top two competitors. Now what I want to look at is our backlinks, because backlinks is how we generate authority in a niche. Okay, so you're in electrical, plumbing, heating, etc., but you want to look like you're an authority on that subject. So you need to get backlinks, which are considered like an endorsement, and all the backlink is one website linking to another via a clickable link. And as I say, that's like an endorsement. So you've got quite a lot of backlinks, and I see they've just sort of been building up over time, a little bit stagnant now. I imagine that you had an SEO company or something up until this point, and then they stopped putting links on, something like that. Or they've gotten lazy, and you should probably know that. They're not putting links on at the moment. So if we were to go in, and we can actually take a look at what links your website is getting, and we can compare these to the links that your top competitors have. Okay, so this guy's ranking in that top spot or second spot for electrician in San Diego with only 64 links. What that tells me is that he has better quality links. Okay, and he's actually just got a whole heap of Blogspot links, which is a social media account. You could do this yourself. Go and create hundreds of different Blogspot accounts, just random, and write articles about electrical work. Place them on there with a link back to your website, and you can do this very same thing. It is as simple as that. Won't last forever, but at the moment this is obviously working. So this is kind of how we use your top competitors as a roadmap. We see exactly what they're doing to get to the top spot, and then we do the same thing but a little bit better or more of it. Okay, Primo Electric, if we have a look at some of their referring domains, 246 referring domains is where the backlink is coming from, by the way. It's the website that the backlink is coming from. So we can see there's quite a few blog spots here. .weebly.com is a similar thing. We've got citations, which are those directory listings. Okay, so if you were going to do something like this yourself, you would comb through these links, get the ones that you could get, and try and get more of the ones that you can get more of, I guess. If they have 10 blog spots, you get 12, and so on. If they have 10 citations, you get 20. In a citation, as I said, this right here I know is a citation, New Star Localese. You would be able to submit your business to that, and they would put your business up there. When someone searches in their little search engine, electrician San Diego, you might show up just like Google. Okay, and Google values those. Okay, so all right, so that's your backlinks that you would want to go and get, and you can use this tool as well. It's just called Ahrefs. If you wanted to do this yourself. And the next thing I wanted to go to was back over here. We have the local business section, or the Google business profile section here for Electrician San Diego. If you want to get into this top 3, one of the biggest things you're going to need to do is fix the structure of how your website is built. I'm not going to go into this too much because that's a whole kettle of fish, but you want to make these like categories that house other categories underneath, and you essentially want to mirror the categories that Google Business allows you to add to your GMB. I can see you've got a Google guarantee to add here. We run those as well. Really good to make use of those. They're extremely profitable. So, if I was to look at these guys, what I would be doing for you is I would put in this guy's business name into Google, just do a quick search and have a look, and I would go through and look at what citation listings and social medias he has. Facebook, Triple B, Nextdoor.com, Twitter.com, and I would be getting all of those plus more, because that's how you're going to build your online presence to catch these guys, is to do what they're doing, get the exact same ones, and then if you know that they've got, you've already got Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, well then you're going to go and get Pinterest, Reddit, Blogger, Tumblr. There's thousands of them. Okay, so that's how you're going to catch these guys, and then you would end up in these top 3 positions more often, without having to pay for those Google guaranteed ads. Okay, so that's they're the main things that I kind of wanted to discuss. Okay, so number 1, we had their on-page SEO versus yours. We had backlinks, which you can essentially copy theirs and get more, and the exact same thing with citations. Okay, citations and social medias. So they're the main items that you are going to want to do to start ranking against these guys for that particular term, Electrician San Diego. And what that could mean is, if we have a look at these guys' traffic they're gaining here, we've got Electrician San Diego, so 240 traffic, right? And if we compare that to yours, I know you've got quite a lot, but I want to show you something here. So this is just a tool, by the way, Ahrefs. This isn't an exact number. It's more of an estimate based on its own algorithm, but it's usually pretty close, or it shows less traffic than is realistic. So if you were getting 1,200 clicks on your website every month, that sounds really good. That would, if that was to translate into jobs, right? When someone clicks onto your website, what do? They call, or they send a text, or they submit a form. So if you were converting at 10%, that would be 200 jobs. Your website was converting at 10%. That would be 120 jobs a month from your organic traffic. Okay. So I imagine that's not quite what you're getting though, because if I have a look at where that traffic is actually coming from, and I'm just going to filter on position here to have a look at what keywords, so these are the keywords that people are typing into Google that you are currently showing up for in position 1 in Google search results. There's only a few, and they are not buyer intent keywords. Buyer intent meaning someone looking for your service or business ready to make a purchase. Okay, someone typing in electrician San Diego, there's very little else they could want than the services of an electrician from San Diego. That's why you want to be at the top for that keyword and not radiant heat options. What is that person looking for? Are they looking for, to compare different items, pricing, information, details, specs? Could be anything at all. So the bulk of your traffic is coming from these keywords that are It's good if these are your own name, but that's not really going to help you with SEO or organic rankings. Light switch warm, they're looking for information, they're not looking for a service. So I think a lot of your traffic, again, this is traffic here, that's meaning people clicking to your website after searching for a keyword. This is not exact, but it's a good estimate for us to go by. Without me having access to your website to see exact numbers. Vista air conditioning, that could be a good one. You're sitting in position 4 with this page here, this URL, and we're estimating, or Arifs is estimating, that you're going to get around 7 clicks per month for that. Okay, so that's where your traffic is coming from. But if we look at Electrician San Diego, it's a lot less organic traffic total because he's ranking, or he's got less pages, meaning he's just getting less traffic in general. But when we look at what the traffic is, where it's coming from, and who those people are, and I'm going to filter on traffic, and we saw he was actually in position 2 after Yelp. Electrician San Diego is his top traffic. So nearly half of that traffic that he's gaining is coming from a buyer intent keyword. What we know about buyer intent keywords is they are the ones that then go on to call, submit a form on your website, or text you, or whatever you're asking them to do. So if you're only converting at 10%, he's gaining around 10%, 10 extra jobs every single month from this, but then also from this, also from this, also from this, also from this, because they're all buyer intent keywords that he's ranking for. So you really need to have a shift in what you're targeting as far as your keywords are concerned, and improving on that on-page SEO whilst getting the backlinks that these guys have. Okay, so that's why doing it. That's why you do it. You want to build these volumes here so that you're getting this kind of the traffic that you're getting now for non-buyer intent keywords for buyer intent keywords. And this is just the beginning. This is where you start with 1,000 extra clicks a month from organic traffic, and then the next month you're getting 2,000 clicks, and then the next month you're getting 3,000, and then it's 10,000, and then you grow and grow and grow. So each one of those location pages that you've had built need to have their own SEO performed on each and every one versus the top ranking competitors that is in that exact location market or target market. And then you would do this process here on each and every one of those to make sure that you had the same citations, the same backlinks, and better on-page SEO than they do. And each one of those will slowly begin to rank. But as I say, it looks like as far as you're going right now, you need to have a shift in the way that you're targeting keywords to start going after those buyer intent keywords. So I wanted to cap this at 30 minutes, so I've done that. So I hope this helps. If you have any other questions at all, please feel free to reach out to me or give me a call on 760-405-8094. It's likely I'll be the one that answers. And if you have any other questions or wanted to discuss other strategies that you could use yourself, up to you. Feel free to reach out. Hope this was interesting, and have a great day.